This is King Boe Christ, and you're now tuned in to the I Say That to Say This show.
Look like a five-alarm fire. Five-alarm fire in this
Word,
moment.
god damn. Pardon me to the listeners.
Oh, they're listening?
Fuck. Gunsmoke just is trying to give me secondhand brain tumors and shit. But, yo, man.
I definitely got a few.
Beautiful people. Welcome back. Is this episode 50?
Wow.
It is episode 50. Halfway there, bitches. Episode 50 that I Say That to Say This podcast. I got my co-host for the evening, my man Gunsmoke, the motherfucking Dawn.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the show.
Thank
Good
you,
to have
man.
you back, man.
Thank you for welcoming me back, man.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it, man.
Absolutely. Pleasure's all ours. But, yeah, I guess episode 50, we can start off with the man himself, Mr. 50 Cent.
Okay.
Alexa, play some 50 Cent.
Shuffling songs by 50 Cent from your library.
Better play some gangster shit.
Make some motherfucking noise.
Alexa, stop.
Let's go. Oh, nigga, to you.
Hey.
What?
Okay.
Know what this is.
Actually, that was Tony Ayo's song.
All right, Alexa, enough. Stop this goddamn song.
I think that was Tony Ayo's song.
Oh, nigga, to you.
What a horrible fucking device this thing. Alexa, pause.
Oh, you're a whore.
Well, listen, ladies and gentlemen, you're witnessing our technical difficulties firsthand.
She just ain't listening.
I know. What the fuck did you do to Alexa while I was going? Alexa, stop.
I just asked her a bunch of stupid questions.
Jesus Christ.
She ignored half of them, the bitch.
Ask me a question. Just
Yeah.
say the wake word, then ask it.
Oh, she's telling me off now. Wow, she put me
Like,
in my
look,
place.
motherfucker, you want me to
answer
stop
a
playing
question?
50 Cent? What's wrong with this fucking thing? I'm sorry, listeners.
Alexa, shut the fuck up, huh? Wow. Okay.
All right, I guess that's what you gotta say. My bad. See, I was going for
You're trying
5
to be
seconds,
nice.
and he didn't rewire the whole system.
You gotta treat her like a whore, man.
Yeah.
That's how I like to be
Alexa,
treated.
Quiet down. Like, no, Alexa, shut the fuck up. She shuts up. This is unbelievable.
That's how I like to be
I guess I
treated.
don't even got no clout on my own podcast anymore. I've been fucking replaced. This is crazy. Anyway,
Jesus.
yeah, I mean, we went on a Tony Yayo stint longer than I just wanted to say, have a little 50 Cent drop, but whatever. 50 was in the news this week. Well, 2 weeks ago, he, maybe like a little longer, probably like a month ago, he found, well, allegedly or whatever, the story was that he found out that Before I Self-Destruct album, there's some exchange with a producer and engineer. They couldn't pay him, so they gave him some Bitcoin.
Okay. All right.
So he was like, Bitcoin, what am I going to do with this shit? So he just pocketed it, or whatever you do with virtual currency, and he moved on. Then here we are, 2018. He got, the story was that he got like a alert, like, hey, by the way, you still own $8 million in Bitcoin. He's like, oh shit, I didn't even know about that. God damn, it goes crazy.
Yeah.
Like 50 Cent finds it. The story's everywhere. Then last week, things took a sudden turn when he was in bankruptcy court, and they were like, so Mr. 50 Cent, Curtis Jackson, what's up with your Instagram post, my G? And then, 50 said under oath, like, no, that was not true. That was for publicity, or that was for the sake of the camera. So then I'm looking at the shit like, and I'm like, see, the first time when he was like, yo, I'm broke, baby, I was like, no, wait, 50 blew 150 million. Hey, it couldn't happen. How could that happen?
Yeah.
And I didn't believe it. Now this last shit, I'm like, I'm like, I don't know, that's twice, bro. You lied under oath. Nah,
Yeah.
I mean, not lie. I mean, that's twice you said it under oath. Like, nah, I don't have any money.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how the fuck do you hide not having Bitcoin or
Yeah.
well, I don't even know what it means. So it was a weird.
Well, it's a cryptocurrency, so it's not like.
It's not real. Like, it doesn't. Do you know anything about cryptocurrency? I don't
Not
really know
really,
shit about
no. I really don't. If I did, I mean, I would have invested in Bitcoin back in the day and
it.
be a millionaire by now. But
Are you a millionaire? I got to talk to one of these Bitcoin experts. I wish I had one on my contact list. I'd call them up right now for the sake of the podcast. But yeah, I think it's weird to the virtual. I'm not saying it's not real. I'm not saying it's bullshit. I'm just gonna say it's very strange to. Money's already like not real if you think like it's already a concept.
Well, yeah, it's a piece of paper.
It's literally paper that we
Yeah.
value because it has that
put
fucking
value,
watermark
yeah.
when the bitch at Walmart holds it up to the light. You know what I'm saying? So, the idea of something that's like iCloud at that point, like something that's really you can't even, it's not even physical.
Yeah.
It's like, why would I put my money in that? I think it's very strange. I'm not saying it's wrong. Maybe it's where the future is going. But I'm
No,
like,
I don't think it's going there, man. I think Bitcoin is just a fluke, man. It's gonna. I mean, it's already tanking now. I mean, it was just like a fluke. It's like I don't know,
Yeah,
even know why.
it went from like 8,000 to like 24,000 in like 2 weeks or some
Yeah.
crazy shit. I don't have, pardon me, those are podcast facts. I don't have the exact numbers, but it was a dramatic ass increase.
Yeah.
So, but I thought it was weird. I was like, you know, if he say he did, someone gave him $8 million in Bitcoin a couple
Yeah.
years ago, and he has it now, like.
How do you cash out on that?
I'm not gonna say I don't think you can, but I see a lot of motherfuckers that are like, oh yeah, I got, 10,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I'm worth $237 million. Like, you want to invest? And I'm like, what, bro? Like, if it was that easy, nobody would just be giving it away. Like, no one
Yeah.
would just be like, here you go. You want some Bitcoin? Here you go. Give me $36. Buy 0.0008 of a Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Knock yourself out. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do with it? So, I don't know. I think Bitcoin is pretty strange, to say the least. And I'm learning about the stock market and all the other shit, and I'm like, this is the strangest fucking thing. Like,
Good to know, though.
is it like?
Yeah,
it's,
man.
it's,
People make a living off of that.
and I
They
see.
don't even work.
Right. I know you're absolutely right. And I don't have that much invested that I could just sit on my ass and watch a fucking graph go up and down. But
Yeah.
like, it's weird that I don't know. It's weird how it works. It's like white collar gambling to a certain extent. You know what I mean? Because it's you could I play poker. I'm after this I'm actually going to a poker game.
Okay.
And I play poker calculated enough where it's controlled gambling.
Yeah.
Like, I lose when I get impulsive and crazy, but if I pace myself and just stay disciplined,
Yeah.
I win all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, the stock market is almost that same concept, but there's a lot of other factors. You know what I mean? For example, if you get some information, like if you just do your research and you see like, yo, Gatorade is actually gonna redo LeBron's deal, right? If you know that, say like LeBron's deal expires the end of 2018. If you invest fucking $5,000 in Gatorade now, right? So by the end of the year, when they make the big announcement, like, oh, LeBron got Gatorade, it takes a little bit of a spike,
Yeah.
and you make the decision on whether you want to do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't always happen exactly. But that's a really broad example. But it's certain things you're like, all right, I'm getting a feel for this. Like, I'm not like day trading and shit. I don't know anything about that. I wouldn't risk that. But like long-term things, like when Trump got elected, I bought some like
Trump coins.
no fucking basically because it was like war materials. Like, what was that, Halliburton? What's George Bush's?
Kevlar.
I'll show you the exact
Kevlar or some shit.
No, I'm going to tell you the exact fund. But
Oh, a hedge fund, huh?
no,
Big time hedge fund
that
over
sounded
there.
way more advanced than it needed to be. But I don't know the exact term.
Yeah.
But it's called like a Defending America fund, right? And it's with all these companies that produce war materials.
Okay.
I'm getting like 20% on that
Martin
shit right
shit.
now. Yeah, that shit. There you go. I'm getting like 20% on it, and I'm like, wow, like it's something so stupid that I was just like, I know this motherfucker's gonna take us to war. Like at the time, I was like, something's gonna happen, and I bought.
Something always happens.
And this was right before the Yahoo breach.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that data.
They're still telling me
defenders.
to change my password.
No,
Still haven't changed my password
Yeah,
yet.
look at this. See, like, this is data defenders. It's a bunch of fucking
Yeah.
weird ass.
Must be nice to play the stock market, huh?
But do you see that? No, not really. Because I'm not.
My boy was telling me about this the other day, trying to get me into the stock market. He's like, "Give me $200, I'll make you $600 back in like 6 months."
Yeah, see, I wouldn't offer you a deal. I'd say, listen, here's what I use.
Yeah.
You do it yourself because I don't want to be responsible.
Yeah.
I'm nobody's broker.
Yeah.
Because what I do I gamble with my own money, but I wouldn't be like, give me $200. Like, no, don't give me shit. Here, you take $200 and you knock yourself out. But it's very strange that you could almost manipulate. Well, not manipulate, but it's very. You could capitalize on on the system. Almost, it's fucking weird. It almost seems too good to be true sometimes. I'm like, this is weird. You know, like you hear Steph Curry is gonna get an Under Armour deal. If you know that in advance, like before the fucking, I know I'm giving mad examples, but Nintendo Wii. Remember the Pokemon Go? Nintendo. Whatever. Who the fuck makes Pokemon Go?
Nintendo.
Yeah, it was Nintendo.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nintendo stock was at like $13, right? Pokemon Go dropped, the shit doubled. It went up to $26 a share. Yeah. And I'm like, damn, if I'd known that last week, I could have guaranteed double my money right there. Like that shit.
That's illegal.
Not. I mean, if somebody from Nintendo called me like, hey, guess what? We about to drop some shit next week. That's insider trading. Martha Stewart went to jail for that. If they sent Martha Stewart to jail, I know they sent me to jail, so I wouldn't take the risk. But if I do my research, that's not illegal. That's just doing my due diligence. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I just thought I think it's very interesting. And for the listeners out there, and even for you, Gunsmoke the Dawn, you could actually check out the Stash app. It's an app. And I'm not, this isn't a plug. I wish I was getting some money for this. But I'm just, since I talked about it long enough, I'll give a suggestion. You can literally start with $5. So you take $5. You can buy like 0.0005 of fucking Amazon. Yeah. Well, actually, with Amazon, you probably wouldn't get shit because that's like a $1,400. That's like a $1,400. Right. But you buy something simple like Sirius Satellite Radio or just some bullshit and just play around with it. Just feel. We wasted $10 on less. You know what I'm saying? So for your listeners, go download the Stash app or the Robinhood app. I got some Snapchat shares and Twitter shares in there before, and Twitter just I got it a couple months ago, and a couple weeks ago Twitter just turned a profit for the first time in a while. So I was like, oh shit. I'm nice. Like, okay. All right, there's something to be had here. And I'm not making millions of dollars, I'm not making $100,000, I'm not making tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah. But knock on wood.
You're making something.
You know what I'm saying? And it's pretty cool to watch it unfold. So, I'm not, it's not a sales pitch here. I was telling another friend about it. He was like, all right, like put me on. And I'm like, I don't have anything to put you on to. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just, it's gambling. Like, I feel like I'm white collar gambling. Like, I go look at some shit and I'm like, then I go check the stock. Then I go check and I'm like, all right, maybe there's a little something to be had here. If you like, I would play poker with $200. Like, I could play with this for $200. Whatever I get back. Now, and if it turns to $5, might as well keep the $5. Why not? If it goes down to $350, I'll take my money out of some shit and But also with stocks, what I want people to realize is what you just said. That's a good example. Is that like I'll take two, and I'm not saying your friend is incredible. I don't mean that, but I'm just saying like I don't even look at it that way. I don't think like, all right, this $200 is gonna make me $600 by the end of the year. I really don't think about it that way. And then that's why when I log in and I see that I'm getting 20% on a fucking, a $750 investment, I'm like, oh shit. Like I do it, forget it. I leave it out of my brain. Yeah. And then whenever I think about it, I go check it. I'm like, oh shit, all right, got a little something in there. Okay, good to know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think like, I'm just thinking, I don't have an end date in mind, if that makes sense. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like what Trump has been in office for a year and a half now. Yeah. I just checked that stock for the first time, probably like the beginning of the year. And I was like, oh shit. I'm like, bet. You know what I'm saying? So I don't look at it like short-term gains. I don't think it necessarily is going to work that way. But you gamble with worse, because Gunsmoke is in here smoking a fucking Newports a mile a minute. So he's obviously a risk taker.
I'm trying to take it easy today. I'm going to take it easy.
Now, you know what's crazy? I got this for you. You ever smoke a Logic?
No.
Don't tell my wife I hit this.
I'm afraid of these things, man. These things blow up in your mouth, right? It's happened before. Fucking people losing teeth and half their jaw and shit.
do you know what a Newport will do to you?
Touche.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, I like this shit. Got a nice little taste to it.
I know. That's what I'm saying. I got you, my G.
I don't feel comfortable smoking it, though.
Why not?
I'm scared of that fucking shit blowing up in my mouth.
We just talked about Bitcoin. The world is changing right before our eyes, my G. Like, but I think that was the other vapes. I used to smoke some of those too. There's probably one around here somewhere.
Yeah, I just don't fuck with them, man.
No?
I'm scared, man. Those lithium batteries and shit, they fucking...
Look at that shit. The wires are fucking hanging out the bottom.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I see that shit.
That's hilarious for the listeners.
Made in China.
Be careful out there. Just smoke some weed. You know what I'm saying? When your day is going south, just smoke some weed. We're gonna for the listeners, we're gonna roll up some weed on the. Oh, you want to do the honors? Cause you're more than welcome. There you go. In the meantime, knock yourself out.
Look at this mess.
All right, I'll do it. Yeah, it's a little.
The papers, though. The papers. Oh, these? You want me to use these?
Yeah, you could fill one of those up. So I got some papers on me. Pardon me to the listeners once again. We're just trying to get our mind right. See, the podcast was going well, but shit's about to go south right now. Here's some papers.
Oh,
there you
nice,
go.
nice. Okay.
Now, I know you like old school hip hop, and we're gonna get into the unsolved Biggie and Tupac thing. I want to talk about that also. But and I need my phone chargers running somewhere. But do you listen to Young Thug at all?
Nah, hell no. I don't co-sign that shit. Walking around in women's skirts and shit. Nah, leggings. Nah, I don't co-sign that shit. I don't even know how he has the balls to call himself Young Thug talking all that gay shit.
That's where I was just going with it. He actually, quick sidebar, big shout out to my man Schlep Rock. Schlep Rock says I talk about Drake nonstop, and I'm gonna try not to talk about Drake today.
Yeah, don't get me started with Drake.
You too?
Yeah,
damn, why everybody I sit down
That's
with?
That's not hip hop, man.
Now you know what? Now we might have to have it. See, Schlep Rock, I tried, bro. I tried not
American,
to have
man. You know how many other American rappers are out there that could have the opportunity that, come on, man. He's trying to play hard.
He's not even American. He
comes
listen to you.
From Canada, man. And I'm not even gonna go into the other shit why I don't like him.
All right, maybe we'll get into the Drake talk in a minute because now I'm curious. Because sorry, Schlep Rock, I tried. I guess I shouldn't even have brought it up in the first place. But I think Drake is for dudes. To understand Drake's music, you had to have a woman who was willing to kill herself for you. I'm telling you. It's like if you just look at what's on the surface with Drake.
Fuck that.
He's obviously a Canadian Jew.
I didn't want to say that, but yeah, that's real, there you go.
Facts. Listen,
and then he comes here with trying to pull off an American
Memphis, Houston, and Vegas. I get that. I don't
want to hear that shit.
But the world changed.
Stop with the world changing, man.
It did, bro. And people say to me, how could you talk about you're a hip hop fan? He don't even write his music. I'm like, bro, listen, I don't know what to tell you now.
Oh no, I believe he writes that shit, but
that and
everybody gets help,
right? I vouched for it. Damn, we ended up having a Drake talk anyway. That's crazy. I've been in the studio with people, and sometimes you throw somebody a bar. I mean, not that I'm a fucking songwriter, but I'm saying if we're sitting around, if I was down here and I was doing music like we're doing a podcast, and you said, "Yo, try saying boom, boom, boom." Did you write the song? No. Did you help? Yeah. What's wrong with that? You know what I'm saying? So, I never really judged him that much. I was just like, all right, bro, do you? You know what I'm saying? But as far as what happened, I'm like, yo, it is entertainment at the end of the day. At the end of it all. Seriously, because with gangster shit, I don't want, look at Meek. I mean, he's not in jail for he's in jail for doing wheelies, but I don't want him I don't want him really carrying a gun. I don't want him really out in the streets wilding anymore. So at some point it becomes entertainment when he tells you about his 40 on his hip. You know what I'm saying? So with Drake, I chalk it up to the same shit. You know what, bro? Because Future's not doing all these drugs. You know what I'm saying? These motherfuckers ain't.
Oh no, they're popping that E and shit. They're popping that
Oh, true. Irv Gotti did have a crazy run for 7 years on straight ecstasy. But I will get into the Drake talk because I could probably go on for hours. But back to Young Thug, even him with the dresses.
Yeah.
Right? When he put on a dress, I looked at him like, bro. And another quick sidebar. For the listeners, I know we're under construction right now. If you remember, or the YouTube viewers, and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Go to kingboechrist.com. But, and click on the YouTube link, obviously. But you know that. We're under construction, but I'm going to put a green screen right here so I can keep pulling up everything we're talking about, so just bear with us. It's because that Young Thug in a dress on the cover is like the fucking Morton Salt girl, whatever that looks like in a purple dress. But when I saw that, I'm like, what the fuck? And then when you listen to the album, it doesn't really translate.
I ain't listening to that bullshit.
See, that's why I asked, because I respect it because of what his appearance is. But at the end of it all, he does give some good melodies. Am I a Young Thug fan?
Oh my god.
No. But when the shit comes on, pick up the phone, baby. I'm not gonna change that. Shit's hot.
Oh, I didn't even know that was him.
There you go. Him and Travis Scott.
I don't even like that song though.
Oh, now you don't. Bro, you would turn your hat to the side, let your seat back a little. I know you're home, baby. No? Damn, you real 90s, my G.
No, I mean I listen to the new shit too. It's just like Nipsey Hussle. I fuck with that.
I fuck with Nipsey.
That's what I'm rocking to right now,
That's
Nipsey.
what it's going down
the
to.
real new generation.
And let me tell you something. I'm glad you brought that up. And I only brought up Young Thug because he changed his name to Sex, and I just wanted to.
Oh my
Talk about
god! So
hip-hop
his
name
career is
changes?
definitely over now.
Oh, we'll get into that. We'll get. But I'd rather talk about Nipsey because at least something we both can enjoy.
Straight fire.
And I like that you don't like the new shit.
Yeah.
Like it's for some reason.
A lot of
Everyone
people-
who I sit down with,
Yeah.
I'm Drake. Look at this shit. If you look, wow, right behind. I didn't even
Oh,
do this on
God,
purpose.
yeah.
This was not
It's
planned.
a waste of money.
I got his vinyls right here.
You got more than one?
Of course, he's
Oh,
gonna
my
sign.
God.
They're still in the plastic. He's gonna
Stop
sign
it.
this shit for me, my G.
No.
No, I'm dead ass. But anyway,
It won't be worth the cardboard. It's written.
everyone I sit down with is like, oh, bro, come on, really about. I'm like, yo, Drake is the best. You know what I'm saying? But that Nipsey Hussle was like real shit to me. For some, I never really was a fan of West Coast rap.
Yeah.
Is that whatever that woo wee wee whatever that sound is
They
like
call it
that
the worm.
whatever that shit
They
is.
call it the worm.
I don't know what that shit is. It never just doesn't.
I love that
translate
shit. That shit
well
is hard
with
to me.
Like it feels like 1993 to me when I listen to it for some.
What's wrong with
for some
that?
reason, right? I don't know. It's nothing wrong with it. That's the thing. That's why I never really voice my opinion on it because I don't have a good case why I don't like it. It just doesn't work for me for some reason. Man, I heard that Nipsey. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit. I was like, yo, this shit is hard, and it's a real West Coast sound.
You think so?
Hell
Well, some
yeah.
songs are, but
You know,
he raps like he's East Coast. He don't rap like a West Coast guy.
well, you know what? I'll you're right. So I'll step
Yeah.
back a little.
Like
His
Game.
voice.
Yeah.
So it's not even necessarily the music. His voice is 100% West Coast if I've ever
Yeah,
heard it.
okay,
Like that
yeah.
shit is. So I mean, yeah, like sonically, it was just like, oh shit, this is a real West Coast feel to it.
Yeah.
And I thought, and every time I've listened to the album, when it came out like 2 weeks ago, probably at this point, I've listened to it straight through, like intro to outro, straight through. And I like his message, I like his morals outside of the booth. So I'm definitely on board with Nipsey Hussle. He gained a new fan in the past 2 weeks. I'm telling you, and I like that he's always been independent. I think that's cool also.
Yeah, man. He's a smart guy. And he had Lauren London locked down for like what, almost 10 years now?
That's a fact.
That's
that was a good piece.
wow. I mean, he's got that shit on lockdown, man. Fuck.
Even though she had a baby by Wayne, but
Yeah,
that's another
but still.
story for another day.
Yeah.
I'm not going. No disrespect to Nipsey.
Oh, I love me some
But,
Lauren London.
Oh, that's a fact. Nunu is one of the.
Nunu pussy.
She was definitely like top 10
Yeah.
all time. Like she in my eyes she replaced Megan Good. Remember Megan Good's run?
Oh yeah.
When I saw Nunu, I was like,
Yeah,
oh,
no,
nah.
blew her out the water.
Yeah, I was like, damn, nah, that's the one. You know?
Damn.
That's it right there. But so I definitely that's in my that's scooped into my why I
Yeah.
fuck with Nipsey because it's like, all right, bro, I see
Actually,
you.
now that you bring it up, you're right. She did have a baby with Wayne. I don't see Nipsey and Wayne doing any songs together.
Nah,
Never heard them ever getting
you
together to do a
can't
song.
really- that's out of pocket. You can't really. I would never want to talk to that man.
I mean, he's got to see him. I'm sure he's got to see him.
There's
I'm
also
sure
that
Wayne
blood
comes-
crip thing. I think.
Oh, come on.
What? Wayne's not a real blood now. This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, man. You saw what 40 Glock did to him, man.
Listen, man. That's what I'm saying. That's why I say there is a blood. I can't speak whether. I don't know why they call him Lil Tunchi. He told me not to ask. But Nipsey may feel some type of way about that. They made me cool. I don't know. So there is a little something. I'm sure they probably are cordial or for whatever that's worth. But anyway. But yeah, I definitely like what Nipsey's doing on the West Coast. But back to Young Thug and his
God.
name changed to Sex. He also said, I'm gonna find the clip for the listeners.
Oh, God. Don't do it to the listeners.
I have to, for the sake. I can't believe I just hit this again. I'm hitting it like it's weed. That's not good. Yeah, he said that he wasn't gonna put out music for a while. Oh, in 2018, and the reason is as followed. Hold on. I want to get it right. I hate these long ass YouTube videos because they fuck my shit up.
Discovery Channel. I used to look at the clothes that they wore, and I was like, man, what if we used to saying other.
All right, never mind.
Deaf brother.
Oh, there it is. Boom. Sorry, listeners.
Motherfucker.
There we
I
go.
got a deaf brother. I got a brother they can't hear him talk. So I want to act deaf for a year. So I ain't gonna put no music out this year.
Sorry,
2019,
DJ D.
I'm gonna put out probably high tunes.
He said he got a deaf brother, so we want to act deaf, and he's not gonna put out music.
Said that you had
When
to
I heard
translate
that- No, you do, because I'm like, that's why I almost didn't play it, because it's the most ridiculous little small clip ever, and it's not that serious. But I heard that, and I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? Like, look, and no disrespect to your brother and all that, but like, I don't think that's the answer. I got a deaf brother, so I'm gonna act deaf and tell you during an interview that I'm not gonna put out music in 2018. So 2019, like, all bets are off. Like, and I'm looking at Thugger, and I'm like, look, bro, I like you and all that, but your antics are crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I have a deaf brother, so I'm like, and he changed his name to Sex. There's a lot going on, and I'm just like, bro, just stick to the music. Like, what are we doing here? But I only bring that up because, and I wasn't going to hit you with I say that to say this, but, you know, I only bring that up because I wanted to talk about hip-hop name changes.
Okay.
Have there, like, the most notable one is obviously Diddy, who started off as, like, what did he start off
How
as?
dare you say that?
What?
It's not true.
Who
The
is-
most notable one was Tupac Shakur. When he became Machiavelli the Dawn.
This is son really did. Yo, you're hilarious. You're the biggest. You're,
Every time you say his name, you should do the cross.
yo, that's funny. Wait, hold on. What was Tupac's original name?
Tupac. Well, MC New York. Then he just went by his regular name. And then towards the end, before he died, he became Machiavelli the Dawn.
Wait, he really became. I swear to God, I never
Yeah,
knew
the
that.
last album was under Machiavelli. It wasn't under Tupac. It was under
Wow.
Machiavelli.
You and your Tupac.
The
facts.
official
That
name is
shit
Machiavelli the Dawn.
That shit is clutch.
Illuminati, the 7-Day Theory.
But see, now this is where I'd say I don't think that's the most notable. Then if I didn't know, I'm not. And I'm not.
I mean, did he
you're
change his name like
well-versed.
fucking 5 times?
See, that's why I brought it up because I really wanted to talk about
What was
it.
it, Buddy Love the last time? And
Oh
he
my
changed it
God,
real
Buddy
quick?
Love is hilarious.
Wasn't it Buddy Love? Some shit?
Brother Love, I believe, but Buddy Love, for the sake of the joke, I'm just rolling. Buddy Love is hilarious. But who else? You know what's crazy about that shit? Also, I thought about, like, everyone's called me Boe for my entire life.
Yeah.
The only people that call me Carlton are like coworkers in the IRS.
Yeah.
So I thought about changing my name. Like, I'm like, maybe I should go with Carlton Christ. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, I'm like, yo, I don't want people, like, you know what? You see the Breakfast Club with Monique, that interview?
I didn't
She
get a
kept-
chance to see that, but I heard about the ruckus about it.
Right,
You know, I
but
know there's some ruckus going on. My
She
bad.
kept calling, no, it's all good. She kept calling Charlemagne the God Leonard. His name's
Yeah.
Leonard, but she kept calling him Leonard.
Yeah.
And she came in like, hello, Leonard. And I was like, oh, she's on some bullshit. Because
Yeah.
I know if you see me and you're like, hello, Carlton, I'm like, oh, you on some bullshit.
Yeah.
No, you know, nobody says that. And
Yeah.
I didn't like, I mean, my feelings about the interview are separate issue. I spoke about that on the last podcast. But with that specific thing, I didn't like it. She didn't respect his handle. Like, and that's one thing with me. Like, if you come up to me like, hi, Carlton, I'm like,
Yeah.
that's my fucking name. I'm not hiding from it. But, like, that just tells me you're not respecting my handle. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So,
yeah.
if someone, I think when if you decide to change your name, I think it never really goes away. Like, you can't, no one's going to call Machiavelli. They're going to call him Pop. Like, look at,
he
you
didn't
know
get a
what?
chance to
I
live
take
long
it
enough.
back. I take it back. The most notable
Yeah.
would probably be Prince. This motherfucker
to
changed his
a
name to
symbol.
a symbol.
Yeah.
And then you got to call him the
Well, that
artist.
was because the record labels were trying to.
Yeah, right. And he was that ill that he could do
Yeah.
some shit like that. But
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, he never really got away from it. It's like the artist
Yeah.
formerly known as Prince. And then everyone still just refers to him as Prince, you know what I'm saying? But if he came, like for example, Muhammad Ali, right? You called him Cassius, it was
Yeah.
like, all right, bro, don't violate. You know what I'm saying? So I thought, like, who was that? Like, was it Howard Cosell? I forget
I
that
think-
famous
yeah, yeah, it
interview.
was.
He was like, all right, you got one more time to call me.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
all right, motherfucker, you
That
push
was
it.
Howard Cosell, yeah.
You know, and I thought that was very interesting. It was like, wow, like, changing your name is kind of you're always going to be who you are, but it's weird that people, it just sticks with you. You know, but
Yeah. Well, back to Monique. I actually played Monique in 2001 at the Knicks game. I went backstage after the Knicks game.
Wow.
Because I was chasing after Eve because I wanted to get her autograph. I saw Eve. This is when she had the pink hair. So I go backstage. There's like a whole bunch of crowd back there, whatever. So I'm like getting pushed in the crowd, whatever. I see Eve going into the limo in the back, and then boom, she's out. She don't even sign no autographs, nothing, right? All of a sudden, this fucking short lady's right in front of me, standing right in front of me, looking at me like, "You want an autograph, baby?" And I was like, "No, I'm good." And then, yeah, and she looked at me like, "What?"
Like, word?
And then that was it.
Damn,
Yeah.
son. How you curb Monique?
I didn't.
You
I
a
mean, I knew who
savage.
she was, but I was like,
Oh, and you knew exactly who she was. Like, now.
And the other bitch from Queens of Comedy was there too. I forgot. She got like the big gums and shit. The
Oh, I know
baby
exactly
teeth.
who you're talking
Yeah.
about. Damn. I
Short
forget.
hair.
You a disrespectful motherfucker. She's got the dolphin teeth. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
it's fucked up because I knew exactly who you're talking about. I forget her name though. But damn, that's pretty crazy. Like, nah, I'm straight. Good looking.
I was mad about Eve. I was like,
Nah,
fuck.
I would have grabbed a Sharpie and just wrote on your white tee like, yo, bro, don't stop playing with me, come here, man. Like, you gonna take this autograph?
But then she won an Oscar, so I was like, fuck, maybe I should have got that goddamn autograph
And she's still holding on to that Oscar. But
for dear life.
But yeah, man, I guess that's, you know, I'm curious to see, because I know as a grown ass man, no way I'm ever referring to Young Thug as sex. There's no way.
Oh, how you gonna sell that shit in Walmart? They'll sell Young Thug before they sell somebody named Sex. You know?
100%. And I think that's, yeah, even like Diddy with the Brother Love. Never.
That would have never.
And then, oh no, he actually short. He's like, nah, just, you know what? We dropped the brother.
Yeah.
Just call me Love. Like, bro, I'm not walking up. Like, hey, Love.
Yo,
like,
what up, love?
Yeah, come on, bro. Where are we going with
What
this
are we,
shit? You know what I'm
British
saying?
people?
Like,
Hey, Love.
yeah, like where are we going with this shit? But
Fucking idiot.
I don't know, man.
No, I think he did that because that's when he was getting the heat about putting out the hit on Pac. So he wants to look like such a goody two shoe guy that I wouldn't hurt a fly. I would never do something like that.
You're not letting this Pac thing go. So you think he
Nah.
knew?
He
You think
did.
he knew this documentary was being made?
Of course he knew. He knew because this is not the first time that people have said that. And the guy who put this documentary together, he's the
Oh,
one going around town saying that shit for years now.
You know what? Pardon me. I didn't listen to 1 second of it. I mean, I didn't watch 1
Yeah,
second. I didn't even know
yeah.
the shit dropped already. If you want the truth. So
Oh, you
please.
didn't see the murder rap? You didn't see murder rap last year?
Oh, last year I
Or
thought
2
you meant the
years
new
ago?
shit, Unsolved.
No, the new shit too, but he's been talking about this shit, accusing Puffy. So Puffy been knowing, like, okay, this guy's coming out with a fucking show now, and I know it's gonna be about me and whatever, He knows.
Dude, do you think he really did it? Because you've watched probably 105 documentaries. Every documentary that's come out, you've probably
Yeah.
seen about this shit. So you've heard pretty much every point of view
Yeah.
from the information. And I'm not. This is obviously. I don't want nobody indicted over here off Gunsmoke Don's words. Yeah, I say that to say
This is
this
alleged.
podcast. Right, we're speaking allegedly right now.
Yeah,
This is a
yeah.
podcast. Not like anybody
I'm
cares.
entitled to my
but,
fucking
But
opinion.
that's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We are here for. And what I like to do on this podcast is really, that's why I say the gray area investigator, because it's like, yo, what are you thinking? Like, what is the consensus for the people? So I'm curious. Do you think that he did it? Yo, that might have been a sign, like, I'm hit. Like, for the listeners that dropped.
Yeah, I
the weed.
mean, out of all the theories, that's the one that makes the most sense. Like, that actually makes sense to me. All the other shit
that he hired.
that Suge tried to kill him, or like, it never made sense.
And Gunsmoke the Don spoke about this on episode 48, U2. So for if this is your first time listening, you did tell, but please retell the story that Pac, and you don't have to go to like detail like you did, but that Diddy had to put a hit on Pac.
Yeah.
And then
It was on Suge and Pac.
oh, pardon, right.
But the guy they only aimed for Pac because Pac beat him up, and the guy he beat up was actually the nephew of a guy who had the hit out on Pac and Suge.
You said his name last time, but I forgot.
Keefy D, yeah. He was paid by Puffy.
Right.
And one of Puffy's friends was in Vegas the night and actually gave Keefy D the gun to kill Pac. They said, do you need any help? And he's like, no, we don't need no help. We're going to handle it ourselves, And that's what they did.
And so you believe it?
That makes sense to me. Yeah, I believe that because,
I think that
how Puffy was back in the 90s and who he was around and all the other shit he's done. I mean, it's not like he's never been in trouble. He smashed a fucking champagne bottle over Steve Stout's head.
Facts.
He slapped Drake in the face. I want to slap Drake in the face right now. That fucking
Yo.
bullshit. I'm gonna throw that shit in the
There
trash.
goes our
right on the
OVO
show.
playlist. Like,
Yeah, fuck OVO.
But he threw the fucking kettlebell at the UCLA
I
coach
don't remember that, but yeah,
like
I
a couple
guess
years
so.
ago, and it was something else.
Then he was talking shit in the club with Shine, and then Shine, had to take that bid.
Oh.
After Puffy did him dirty.
Yo, see, you
Puffy's
know
a
what's crazy?
shifty fuck, man.
You know what's crazy? When you bring up all, I'm not gonna say I think that, like, I'm not gonna say that changes my mind, but I do forget to factor that in. Like, I do forget that
Yeah.
He fucked a lot of people out of their publishing. That much I know. You know what I'm saying? We know
everybody.
about his business tactics, right? But then when you talk about all that shit, it's like, you know, like I haven't watched, so like I never really. I kind of didn't want to be convinced of that.
Yeah.
So I never really, like, when that shit comes, I'm like, all right. And I kind of just turn it off a little bit, and then so I let that go in one ear and out the other. But when you bring that up, shit, it's like, okay. I can see it. And it's so weird that, like, music and two people, or three, or however many, directly affected the world.
Well, yeah.
That shit, like, changed the course of music. It changed the course of a lot of shit.
Yeah, man, definitely.
That's crazy. You know, that, and I think that's why that's why the documentaries and all that shit are still going. Because it's still, like...
relevant.
It's always going to be relevant. Like, that shit really was like a spike in a, you know? That's crazy. I mean, I could go... I guess this is a weird segue, but I'm gonna go there to your thoughts on gun control.
Oh,
because your name is Gunsmoke the Dawn.
Well, my bad, motherfucker. Sorry, people.
And I ain't editing that out, so I'm sorry.
But gun control, look, that was it. The Second Amendment. Right?
I believe so.
Yeah, it's the Second Amendment right to bear arms.
I did
right?
know that, but when you said right, it kind of was like, wait, is it?
But that's not all it says, though. It says with a well-armed militia or something like that.
Let's pull it up.
All
Damn,
right?
we don't
Yeah,
even know
pull
that.
it up, man.
And see, this is the thing. I bet you if you ask Drake if he know the Second Amendment, he could probably tell you 10.
Oh, come on, man.
He
Please,
could probably,
ain't
you know
gonna
what I'm
tell me
saying?
shit.
But we sitting here, you talking about he's not even American. You can't even quote the Second Amendment.
Because I don't give a fuck about the Second Amendment. These people jerk off to the Second Amendment. What do I give a fuck? Look, it's something that was written at a time when we were at war with Britain for the independence of this country. And they didn't have a fucking army. What did they have? They had the people, the farmers. They armed the farmers with musket rifles and all that shit. And that's how we made our revolution to the country we have today.
And
So that's why
the Second Amendment reads: a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. End quote. So, end amendment. So,
it doesn't say what kind of arms.
But see, that's the thing. It's like I get
It doesn't
that
say
this is
AR-15.
from 1789, which sounds crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I get that.
Yeah, I know that.
Right. And he didn't look at the screen.
Yeah.
For, that much he knew. So obviously, that's so long ago, right? That things are different, right? But it's like what are we gonna do at this point? Be like, no, turn your guns in.
I'm not saying that. No, look, you can have guns, but only responsible people. Fucking like, let's say, for instance, my opinion, if you're a middle-aged guy, right, and you have a teenage son, and the son has sought mental health care in the past, or has like any type of mental health issues, you as that parent can't own a gun you can't own a firearm. And you definitely can't have it in the home.
Okay.
Because
I never really thought about it like that either. You're right. That makes sense. So it's kind of the what is that? What is that shit?
We have to have
like a degree of separation. Like if you, I forget what it's called, but
some people can't have guns. I mean, they're infringing on people's rights every day in this country over other shit. I mean, look, some people can have them, some people can't.
And that's the obvious thing to me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really the obvious thing is like. That guy shouldn't be able to get a gun.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. Like
not
that's
that he's
why
a bad guy. There's nothing wrong with the guy, but
no, but it's like, hey, listen,
and might have access to that weapon.
Right. It's like, we can't even risk it. My bad.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I never thought about it that way, but it's like, oh yeah, right. So but that is true that this kid, like, we could live in the same house.
Yeah.
You know, a kid, little fucking Jimmy from Idaho, has issues.
Yeah.
His dad's a hunter. You know, he has 36 fucking rifles, 18 pistols, and whatever else in his house. Like, yeah, that seems obvious that, like, if your kid's been arrested for whatever, he's been, admitted from for 3 days for psychiatric evaluation. If that's happened, like, you obviously shouldn't have guns, right? But I never thought about, like, yo, make this guy get rid of them.
I don't even agree with that hunting shit, man. I don't like going in the fucking woods and killing innocent creatures, fucking goddamn deer and shit. They got souls, man. They're just like you.
You know what's
I
crazy?
don't like that shit.
You know what's crazy about
Sport.
that shit? That you say that? I just watched that documentary Trophy on Netflix.
Oh, okay, yeah.
About like the motherfucker, like people that go to, like, a dentist from Manhasset will go and want to shoot a lion in the middle of fucking Africa.
Yeah,
like he'll book the flight, he'll book it everything, whatever, pay $60,000, and he actually can go kill a lion, bring that shit back.
$50,000 for it.
And this is I watched that documentary. I didn't realize how many people were paying hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well,
to
that's
do
a
that
whole
shit
economy in some villages over there.
and then
man.
some.
Yeah.
I looked at that shit and it fucking bugged me out. I was like, wow.
They're actually killing them to fucking save them.
Right.
Save their species.
Right. They fucking. I saw one thing about, and I watched it because I was always on the fence about hunting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if you go kill a lion or some shit, like, yo, bro, that's mad pussy. You're gonna shoot it with a rifle from 3,000 yards away. That's pussy. You can't.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah. I'm not for that. But, like, if you want to go in upstate and shoot rabbits and shit, like, do you? Or if you're gonna kill,
that's fucked up, man.
No, if you're gonna kill a deer and you're gonna eat that shit, or if you're gonna kill a rabbit and you're gonna eat that shit, do it, bro.
But no, I don't even agree with that because you don't even need to eat that shit. We're not cavemen
Are you a vegan?
anymore. No, I'm
So
obviously
then
not.
I don't want to hear it. What did you have for lunch today?
I had a spicy chicken Caesar salad.
Boom, right there.
Wendy's.
There you go.
Well, the chicken.
Oh, Wendy's, that's plastic. That's not even real chicken. But that's another story. Like, but no, for real. So, where you think that chicken came from? Like, what you think happened to that chicken? It was like, all right, guys, I'm gonna go.
They slit his fucking throat and they fucking incinerated him.
So right,
but
it's the same shit. So that's
No,
why I
I
say,
mean-
if you want to kill a chicken and you're gonna eat that shit, break his neck. Psh, cool.
yeah, but chickens are like I don't know.
But it's the same shit. If you're not a vegan, I don't want to hear it. Like,
No, I'm talking about like big animals, like our size, like a fucking deer.
Bro, they're gonna
a
eat that
fucking
shit.
wolf,
It's the same thing. Oh, see, a wolf
or a fucking
Nah.
bear.
Nah, kill that. Oh, not a bear is weird. I'm on the fence about bears.
No,
I'm not
if a
gonna
bear
lie.
attacks you, kill that motherfucker,
No,
kill
but-
him dead. But you know,
Nah, if you want a bear, listen, bro. Let me tell you, and this is the crazy shit. That's why I'm glad. I knew you were good. You were good for this podcast because we'd have these talks.
yeah,
Really amongst ourselves, like really be dead ass for hours. So it's good. It's cool that it's on the record now. But
yeah.
if I could kill a bear and have have that shit in front of a fireplace, and when you come into my crib, I'd be like, oh, like this bear. I'll be like, yo, this bear shit, I killed this shit myself. That's an ill story to me.
That's some leopard shit, right?
Listen, if I killed this leopard, I'd be like, yeah, I killed 4 of them. We strung them shits together right there in the middle of the fucking desert, and I roll that shit. If I could do that, I would. But if it's controlled, you know what I'm saying? Like, a bear, it'd be more bears, would be alright.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Would I
but
kill a
still.
rhino for its fucking ivory? No, that's terrible. And by the way, that shit is more expensive than cocaine
In China.
and gold. Yeah. Did you see that
Asia,
shit? I forget
yeah.
the exact number. I'm gonna get it for the listeners. But
fucked up too,
see,
man.
but I wouldn't kill a rhino. That's fucked up.
They're gonna be extinct in our lifetime.
That's
rhino.
what's I just saw like one of the last
Yeah.
northern rhinos are they're sick. And I hope it gets well. I don't know its name, but I don't want another Harambe. Like, if you want to kill a gorilla, you should probably go
even
to
worse.
jail. Like, you should
Yeah.
probably, I was gonna say, like, the shits that's close to human is like, oh no, you can't shoot that. Are you crazy? That's disturbing. Like, I know, like a monkey to me has a soul. Like, a dog has a soul.
Well, we share 99% of our DNA with chimpanzees, so.
This is what I'm saying. Like, even a dog, if you shoot a dog, bro, you should go to hell or jail or both.
yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And
people,
little cats, too.
cats and shit. You're
I
a
almost
sicko.
fought a guy over trying to strangle one of the stray cats in front of my house that we used to take care of.
That's crazy.
Yeah, my grandmother was outside one day, and I'm in my room watching TV. All of a sudden, I hear her outside, Christopher! Christopher! So I fucking get dressed, because I'm sitting in my boxes, you know? I get dressed real quick, like the adrenaline's pumping. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I run outside, there's a fucking Korean guy. Fucking like middle-aged Korean guy threatening my grandmother, like Homji. I just run up to him immediately. I push him like, yo, get the fuck away from my grandmother. And then she's like, you tried to strangle the cat, you bastard! Can't stand you.
Yo.
And I was like, yo, get the fuck out of here, man. You better get the fuck out of here right now. He walked away.
That's
He was
crazy.
scared. But
Like what?
this
That's
cat-
that's very strange.
yeah, poor little cat.
Like
man.
what's like? Why would you try to like? That's what I mean. If you try to strangle a
Yeah.
cat, you're a sicko. They should actually arrest you for that shit. But as far as like some other shit that keeps producing in the wild, now I'm for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But no, seriously. But that like if I could go hunting, I would.
I'll do it once.
But I.
You can try it once, but it's like you're
But this
killing-
is the thing though. That's what.
Why do you have to murder somebody?
This is why I say I'm on the fence, because I'm like, yo, listen, if someone was trying to cause harm to me,
Yeah.
and I had like if I had a carry license, and the shit went down, I'd shoot a motherfucker in the knee.
What are
like,
you gonna shoot?
No, I'm just saying, like that's why it's like, yo, if you carry a gun for real reasons, you know what I'm saying? I'm not, and not even if you like George, like for George Zimmerman reasons, if you
Oh
want to
my
think
God,
you're a wild
that guy.
cowboy, I don't think you should have a gun either. Like
That guy.
no, I hate to bring them up because it's both, and that's
Motherfucker.
why I'm on the fence because yo,
Yeah.
it's both sides of this shit. So if you say you want a woman who travels by herself, lives alone, if you like, I think she should have a gun if she want. Like if yo, listen,
Well, yeah.
do you? But at the same
You're
time, if I
responsible.
think she should have a gun, I can't say like a random.
You
dude.
have to, man.
Nah, that's why
It's
it's
a new
tricky.
generation. Look, this generation that we have now, it's not like it was back in the day. We were raised off of murder and violence from day one. The cartoons you watch, Looney Tunes, you take the fucking gun out, Elmer Fudd, start shooting motherfuckers, blowing people up with dynamite, and
right.
fucking bocking them over the head with a fucking a hammer and,
And
shit.
the husbands used to slap their wives on TV.
Yeah.
Like, not crazy, but like,
Oh, yeah,
or like,
movies
to the
and
moon,
shit,
Alice. Like
a quick
yeah,
slap.
right, exactly.
Oh!
In the movies. Like, look at The Godfather.
Yeah,
He was
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
her up in The Godfather.
Oh, yeah.
You know? And it was like, I mean, when you watch it, you obviously cringe.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, damn.
He power slapped that.
Right,
bitch.
right, exactly.
He flew, like, across
right,
the room,
exactly.
like-
So it's like, come on, bro. But that shit wasn't like, no one was like, how could you be showing this? Because
Yeah.
it wasn't that far fetched. So I get what you're saying, and
No,
now
but then video games,
Right.
and music,
Grand Theft Auto was,
yeah,
for me, it was like, no, that shit is. I was just playing.
and movies.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we're raised off of murder, so we have to control the gun. We have to have gun control because, I mean,
But
this
see, that's-
generation is crazy. These kids are killing each other for nothing.
Are the numbers not the same? Like,
It's a rage, man.
I guess we probably should Google some facts here, but that's why it's like,
Yeah.
should you have one in New York? Then the crazy shit is I like to go to the shooting range. So I feel like, yo, if you want to go, they got to open this shit up. Like, if
Yeah.
they're going to take people's guns,
Yeah.
like if they're going to say, you know what, no guns, allow people to go and get this shit off. Because let me tell you something, if you take
Yeah.
guns, if you really say, you know what, we're banning all firearms by 2018, everyone turn your shit in.
No. Well, that would never happen anyway. There's no way you're gonna clean up all these guns.
But that's what I was gonna say. Even if we made that the law, shit would look like Gotham out here because the good squares would actually be like, gotta go turn their gun off,
Yeah.
gotta go turn their guns in, but the other people on the other end of it would be like, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, would you go turn yours in if you had one? If they were
If
like,
they told me to?
So say you had and I love hypotheticals.
Yeah.
Say you had a carry license, right?
Yeah.
And you've had it your whole life, so you like carrying. You never even had to shoot it, but you just like having it for your own security, right? Because your name is Gunsmoke, so not for real, seriously.
Yeah.
But and they said you had to turn your gun in. Would you do it?
Well, if they got to that point where they said that, I mean, the shit's gonna be on, man. I mean,
That's why I
It's
say.
gonna be on,
that-
so I'm
I'll
not
be like, yo,
turning shit
listen.
in. Nobody's doing that.
I would say to myself, like, yo, listen,
Yeah,
nobody's doing that.
it's gonna be a fucking rage in the streets, man. It's
And
gonna
I
be
think
like
shit would be
purge and
really
shit.
tense. Like, I
Oh,
think the
yeah.
world would be. We wouldn't have much time left after that. That shit would be looking like Walking Dead. So obviously that's a like way far fetched thing that's probably never gonna happen, right? So I'm good actually.
Oh,
So
fuck it.
no,
I just wanted to.
nah. You know what?
Oh,
Let me
so
hit it one
bad.
more time then. See for the this is some sour diesel, right? This shit is amazing. Like once you want,
Yeah,
and I haven't.
good.
I stopped. Not I stopped drinking, but I just haven't been drinking.
Okay.
Because I was like, like I drink on the podcast all the time, so I was like,
Yeah.
I gotta let me.
Calm
but
down.
weed,
Yeah.
be letting me know.
Oh, yeah.
So to smoke weed on the podcast is like I said, this would happen anyway between us.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but the bad thing is, forgot what I was just saying.
Oh,
but-
you fucking me up.
Oh no, Like that was a far-fetched thing.
Yeah.
That would obviously never happen. But that's why I say if that's the only solution, so like what are we gonna do?
No,
And I get times changed.
you can't say get rid of turning your guns because there's crime out there. You have to be able to protect your home. You could be a responsible gun owner, but if your kid's fucked up, you can't own a gun, man. You gotta just sacrifice that.
Right, that's what I wanted to look at.
And calm down with the hunting, man. I don't care if they're killing horses out there and shit.
To put a button on that, also, that gray area is, for me, is like you don't gotta shoot a fucking, like if you want to shoot a leopard and you have your wife wear that shit, cool, knock yourself out. But if you want to shoot like a fucking elephant, like you're a sicko. Like there's not many because you know why I wouldn't shoot an elephant? Because it's like I would be contributing to my great grandchildren not seeing this animal.
So you're okay with shooting predators, but not shooting.
I guess that's what you could call it. Like,
does you see the sin in the fucking?
Maybe actually. I said not very fast. I said not very fast because I was like, But when I really think about it, like I guess because it does put something in your head. Like that's why the Lion King was so fucking impactful because it was like, damn, the good lion. Like I get like, you know what I'm saying? It's a real those are my neighbor's dogs. Those ain't mine, just for the record. But because I did do the Lindsay's dog training episode. But what was I saying? Yeah, so I get that there's prey and there's predators and there's prey. I get that. Yeah. But like if you want to shoot that's another thing.
No, don't talk about shooting no eagles, motherfucker.
And that's what I was just gonna talk about. And I'm glad that I didn't move on with the point just that fast. My dad, and that's why I know that like you just said, I can shoot a predator. Yeah. I guess if that's what you want to label it as, because that's what I'm saying. Like
I don't see the
that's a good label to describe it because I wouldn't have used that label. But you're absolutely right because that is how I do it. But my dad, I wanted a BB gun so bad, right?
Oh, I have one, yeah.
Me too, and that's why I say like, yo, that shit is cool to me.
To shoot people's cars and shit.
And that's what I was gonna say. When I wanted that shit, my dad said to me, my mom was like, because my dad likes guns, obviously, but he's in North Carolina. He does his thing. Right, things are different and it's cool down there, right? So, I've always not guns have been a part of my life, but like a BB gun, it's good to me. I get my rocks off the same way because I like that's gonna be the album, the cover. I'm gonna say that.
A whack one.
But so my dad, but he taught me very young the morals of it. Like when he was like, listen, I'm gonna get you this BB gun. Well, let me tell you something.
Wow.
He was like, I know you're going to be fucking around.
Yeah.
He's like, I know you're really going to be fucking around. But please. He was like, I'm asking you, like, don't shoot people's property. He was like, don't be out here fucking being a dickhead and shooting at cars. He was like, don't be doing that dumb shit. And he was like, I'm going to ask you one thing. He was like, never shoot a bird. It's the closest thing to God. The shit touched me. I was like, oh wow, that's deep, right? So he put that in my head, like
morals.
Yo, he put that in my head, really like, nah, it's really fine line between the shit. The first thing I did was shoot a bird.
Oh, fucked up.
Yo, that's fucked
You're
up,
going to hell now.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you the crazy shit. That's why I know I can speak on this real, like my shit on hunting and everything in my life is from my morals off emotional experiences. I don't go off what people say. I don't like my pops was right, but I had to be in it to feel it. And I know I never want to feel that guilt again. So, bro, that shit was out of my back. I lived in Great Neck. That shit I had woods in my backyard. Yeah. Nice. Not woods. That sounded crazy.
Some trees.
I mean, when I lived in Great Neck, the lot behind my house was vacant. So it was just like the size of a house lot.
Yeah.
Not so that, just made it sound weird because I said Great Neck. But the house behind me was, a vacant lot, so it was always birds and shit. So I knew in my head, I was like, all right, I want to shoot something moving now. He bought me a little target. I was shooting that shit. Yeah, cool. Yeah. That shit lasted like an hour. I was like,
you gotta kill somebody.
Not even kill somebody. I was like,
no, you gotta.
This doesn't count. I was like, and I tried to shoot some. I shot some glass. Right, I tried to shoot a bottle. Classic Christmas story, bro. That shit came and he told me about that. Like, don't shoot your eye out. Shit. He gave me that whole shit. Yeah. Right. The shit came back and hit me like right in the forehead, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
My God.
Like I'm like right in my eyebrow, and I was like, "Damn!"
Lucky, man.
I was like, "Yo, that shit actually could have put my fucking eye out." Yo. So I said, "That's when I was like, yo, damn, let me not shoot glass."
Yeah.
That shit was like, I was literally a couple inches from my shit was fucked up. Like my shit would have been fucked up because it hit me like literally in the eye.
You'd have been cool with the eye patch though.
Nah,
I
not
think
fuck
you'd have been
that.
cool.
Fuck
Yeah,
that.
Slick
I
Rick,
want
man.
both eyes, bro. Like, listen, as cool as that shit's make look, I agree with you. Not for me. Like, nah, right? So, but
Slick Rick was a man.
But so I was like, yo, I don't want to shoot glass anymore. Boom. And that's why I was like, all right, let me hit a moving target. Bro, the bird was in the backyard. Boom. Shot the shit. It fell down to the ground. I stopped. It was a little
Oh yeah,
whatever
little
bird.
innocent creature.
Little innocent
Go on.
bird,
Yeah.
exactly.
You bastard.
Bro, I ran downstairs and I looked at this shit like, I killed it. I was like, oh
So
shit.
proud of himself.
No. It was the total opposite. I was like, oh, I felt terrible.
Oh,
I
yeah?
just wanted to like just clip it. Like I just
Yeah.
wanted to see.
But
not,
what
not
did
even
you do
that.
with
No,
it
you know
in
what?
the
You know
end?
what? You know what? I wanted to. I kind of knew I could hit it, and when I hit it, I was like, oh shit, I really did it. Like I was like, oh fuck, that's not good. And I actually felt terrible, and I was like, oh fuck, like I felt like I dropped a baby or some shit. Like I was like, oh, this is fucked up. Like I went down, looked at it, and I was like, I killed it. And that's why I say, and I was saying all that to say, my personal and that it sounds so, but that shit meant a lot to me. It sounds stupid, but my personal life experience was like, nah, you can't shoot certain. Like nah, my dad was right. Like you shouldn't shoot certain shit. If he was like, yo, if you want to shoot a raccoon and get it out of your yard, knock yourself out.
Yeah.
Like he was like a raccoon. He was like, you want to get rid of raccoons? Shoot one with a BB gun. He was like, you're not gonna kill it, but it won't come
Eat
back.
food like humans do.
Listen, that's why I say with those, I wouldn't at this point. I wouldn't shoot a raccoon because it's weird now. Like I'm.
If it's attacking you, yeah, kill that motherfucker.
Oh no,
dead.
no, no! Listen,
Yeah.
if a raccoon was like crazy in my
Oh, yeah.
backyard, like if I lived
Yeah.
upstate or some shit, I would shoot that shit with a
Yo,
40
they
right in
ganged
there.
up on me too. Yo, I got ganged up on by a bunch of raccoons, yo. I was like 16 years old. My bad. I was 16 years old, and I was taking this chick to this lake to go fuck, right? Like on this big
That's
huge
hilarious.
rock over the lake.
Yeah.
And you know, behind Burger King on Northern.
I know exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So there's like a big rock there. We're gonna go fuck over there. And then all of a sudden we see like two big fat raccoons, right? And like standing in the trail ahead of us,
Right.
and they're just staring at us. All of a sudden we see like fucking 5 more from each side come over, and then they start following us and shit. And they chased us out of there. We had to leave. They chased us out of the park. Yo, it was scary.
That's fucking bugged out. And my dad said that because raccoons used to come by my house and like fuck around in your
Yeah.
garbage. Sometimes you come out at night and you're like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Like this shit is diesel. This shit is like a small dog. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, man.
and you would see them like when you see one in the daytime, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
Like
One of them attacked my grandfather, knocked him over his head.
yo,
He fell on his
you
ass.
gotta-
He fell on his ass, and the guy punched him upside his head, and then he fucking ran away.
yo.
My grandfather was shot.
Yo.
Poor guy, man. Poor guy. Talking about like in the 70s.
Yo, listen, that's fucked up that your grandfather got attacked.
Yo, I'm so high right now I can't even talk, man. I'm sorry. I'm talking
No,
like an
but
idiot.
that's I don't know why that's so hilarious to me. Maybe it's the
Yeah.
weed, I don't know, but like I imagine that shit. That's pretty funny.
Yeah, poor
like
guy.
raccoon really put hands on.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
Go figure.
He's like,
See, this
"Fuck."
is why I embrace the internet. Cause listen, you can see some shit. You see some wild shit on the internet. Like I'm sure there's some when raccoons attacks. You can go check out and. You gotta embrace the shit, because moments like that.
Embrace
I
it?
mean, no, yeah,
Just
bro.
take the hit.
Bro. That's hilarious. Yo, come on, man. But yo, you know what else is funny that you said? He was like, you were going to fuck in the woods. Like, remember that time? Remember the time when that shit was like, yo, listen, we got it. When you're like 14 years old, you're
Yeah.
like, yo, listen, we got to get it. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, we can't go to my house, we can't go to yours.
Yeah.
Like, shit, listen, what we gonna do? I don't know if you listeners out there did that. But
Yeah.
it's good to know my man Gunsmoke the Don is a creep like me. That's hilarious. Oh man, but yo, could you imagine? And we're gonna wrap this gun control talk up, but could you imagine teachers having guns?
I think a few should. Like the dean should have a gun. The dean should have a gun.
Like,
the
listen,
principal.
no. Have a cop just stroll through that motherfucker every once in a while. Like when they instead of sitting behind a stop sign or somewhere,
Do you really want police in the fucking walking through the halls?
instead of
I guess.
as
Two
an
cops.
alternative,
2 at the most. That's it.
as an alternative, or have them park outside of schools or some shit.
Well, what you heard about these cops that ran away? The cops were there at the school.
Oh, right,
And
fact.
kids are getting
Yeah,
murdered,
I
and
did
these guys
see
are
that.
just
And
standing
they-
there on camera.
I didn't see the tape, but now I guess I got to pull it up.
They resigned in shame.
That's fucked up.
Fucking sheriff came out and said, "Yeah, these guys are dud. They shamed us." Shame the badge.
That's fucking crazy. I didn't.
And one guy stood up. He's like, "Yeah, my daughter was being murdered in that room, and you just stood there and did nothing."
I saw that. I
was
saw
like,
that
wow.
clip. And that's why I say I
Yeah.
clicked on that clip, and I was like, "Oh no, this is too much for me." And I didn't. I'm not gonna fucking cry over it, but
Yeah.
it was so. I mean, it was enough probably. And that's why I say I'm like, nah, I'm staying away from that.
Yeah.
It was enough to like really probably. If I was a more emotional guy, this shit is enough to make you cry. Like I looked at that shit like, damn.
You know what it
man.
was, man? The cops, they were in some bullshit town in Florida. They didn't think no shit like that was gonna go.
Ever
down.
gonna happen? They want to just
They
go
just
throughout
got
your
the
career,
job, yeah, that,
right?
you know, it's gonna
Never,
be easy,
never
yeah.
even unload that. Yeah, right.
Chilling
right.
every day. Wendy's, fucking chill in the car.
It's
you know?
not funny. We're not laughing at a school
But it's
shooting,
true.
obviously, but we're at
Parking
that.
tickets. You know?
Right. No,
speeders.
that's exactly why. Like to hear the cop ran is terrifying
Yeah.
to me. It's really like, yo, listen. That's why I say it's like.
Because when the shit popped off, you know.
That's what I mean. Like that's why it's like, yo, you can't take guns from everybody because if
Yeah.
these motherfuckers, if the cops could even be like, oh shit, and run away,
Yeah.
we're fucked.
Yeah.
The world is gonna, like I said, it's gonna look like Gotham out of this.
But the more
motherfucker.
people with guns, the more potential for bullshit.
And that's,
like,
I mean, that's why we are where we are.
Too many guns is not good either, man. Like, I don't know, man. It's a give and take, man.
And listen, man, I mean, I guess I don't know what to think. I just think things are gonna stay the same. Like, I'm like, like,
For at least the next 20 years, 15 years, it's going to stay the same. Maybe 10 years.
and that's another thing. And I had the whole other idea for this podcast, but I haven't talked politics in a while. I'm curious to know, like, like I said, you're a guy who read the newspaper every day.
Yeah, jerked off to it, yeah.
Right, exactly. So, like, every day I'd come in, you were reading the fucking paper, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen any shit like this?
Like what?
Like what we're
The
going
guns?
through right now? No. Like what we're going through right now in the world. Like I've just realized that politics is a fucking joke. Like that's why I say it's not going to change because it's going to keep being this balance. And I'm maybe because I'm getting older, and that's why I ask you, because maybe I'm getting older and I'm starting to realize shit. And like I said, I read the news. Like now I just watch the news and I watch. Like I'll look into. I'll be watching fucking CNN, MSNBC. I try to watch Fox News, but I think it's weird. But I don't. But I even at least look because I know I'm like, let me just look for the balance. Is there what's really? Because I'm like, this is the craziest, like a series of events that I've ever seen in my life. This gun control shit. Like I think about like Sandy Hook. I'm like, damn, this shit's gonna.
Oh my god, that fucking destroyed me. That shit, yo.
But I think about that, and I'm like, it happened with Obama, and a set of people pointed the fingers at Obama. Now it's happening with Trump. Now the other side of the people are pointing the fingers at like Republicans got to change this.
That's
But then
how
it was
it's
like
always been.
Democrat, and I never realized that, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, this is fucked up. I'm like, the world is not
It's
gonna.
just getting worse now because now it's like no holds barred. Like you're a piece of shit. You're
Yeah, no, you're
Little
absolutely
Marco,
right.
You know.
And when I saw that, he was like, "The
Yeah.
senators doing bullshit, whatever the fuck he said." I'm like, my wife was watching. My wife was just having walked in the room. She was like,
Yeah.
"They say shit like that now." Like they told, and I'm like, "Oh, this." I'm like, my wife stays away from it.
Yeah.
Like she's like, I don't get politics are crazy for her, and I completely understand because I'm like, I'm almost addicted to it now. I'm almost like, wow, I can't.
Well, it's important, you know. I
But
think.
I don't watch reality TV. Never watched it. Never cared for
Yeah.
it. But I'm like, yo, this is reality TV that can affect our lives.
Yeah.
And I was like, I realized like it's not. That's why I say I don't know what to think about the school shooting shit because I realized like this shit is just gonna be a game. You know, do you like? I don't know. Do you think it's gonna? What do you see for it? Like, where are we headed? Gunsmoke. Give us the
Where are
answers.
we
I'm looking
headed?
for answers.
There's no answers, man. We're headed for a long fucking hard ride, baby.
Trump's gonna win again too.
Deep dark ride. You think Trump's gonna win again?
I
don't think he's gonna win again.
I don't know if I just bought it upstairs.
If Cory Booker runs or Joe Biden runs, I'm voting for either one of them.
Damn, I don't know what I did with them. I thought I bought them upstairs. I cleaned for listeners who when Gunsmoke was here the last time. I told him I wanted him back on the podcast, and I was like, you know what? I got to clean up my podcast recording space.
Yeah.
I got to clean up the studio. You know what I'm saying? I got to go down to the stew. I got to get it right because
Yeah.
I got all the equipment, obviously. But it was just I did my thing. I was like, whatever. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
It's a podcast. I really just do this for fun. But like when I don't know for some reason when I felt like we were back in the security booth, I was just like, all right. I got to take this serious. We got something here. You know what I'm saying? So I decided to straighten things up. So all the podcast paraphernalia I had, I narrowed it down to very simple.
Yeah.
So I'm clean. So I moved my. But I was saying all that to go into a weird ass to bring it back. That I just. Like I'm trying to straighten this thing up. I'm gonna take us. We're gonna get serious. Like that's why I say shout out to YouTube because now we're going.
Oh Jesus.
Full, we got YouTube subscribers.
Oh yeah. What?
Yeah. Because and that's another thing also that I want to get into. But we're gonna talk politics. I know I'm rambling now, but I'm trying to get everybody up to speed. I just cleaned up my Twitter also, so I want to get into Twitter.
Yeah, I don't know how to clean it up. I
No,
can't
no,
clean up my Twitter. I want to delete everything, man.
No, that's what I was gonna say because I've been seeing some wild shit.
Yeah.
And I've watched the roller coaster. I've done some gray area invest. Well, I mean, what? Just smoke the cigarette.
I don't wanna
care.
do
No,
it.
just do it because I know you.
But I get
I'm looking at
anxious when
you.
I'm on this shit. You know?
Don't get anxious. Why? Because now you know YouTube's watching. See, that's why I didn't
Yeah.
want to bring it up, and that's why I wasn't gonna say it. But I just want you to let you know I'm taking this thing serious. But anyway, I was telling, fuck all that. We'll get to Twitter later. I had a $1 here. We were talking about Trump. I had a $1
Dollar for a stripper.
that I
Strip for me,
wrote
bitch.
in 2015.
Yeah.
Whenever he announced it, when he was rumored that I was like Trump might run for president.
Yeah.
Whenever it was 2015, I took $1 and I want to find the tweet, but I can't scroll down. I don't have enough time in my day to scroll down far enough. And I put Trump's face on it, and I said to my wife, "He's gonna win." She was like, "Oh, never in a million years." I was talking to people that before I quit my job that I worked with at the time. They were like, "Yo, listen, I'm like, yo, he's gonna win." They're like, get the fuck out of here. I'm like, yo, I'm telling you. I was like, yo, I see what he's doing to people. Like, I was like, I'm on Twitter. I really see it. I was like, yo, it's weird. I was like, yo, people they're rallying behind this shit, right? So and they're like, no, but I would always follow everyone back. Like, I would always like, because I really follow people for their opinion, right? Like, I follow because I really try to get both sides of every argument. You know what I'm saying? That's why me and you don't even agree on a lot of shit.
We don't?
I mean, we do, but that's why we have the same morals, but our stance is like our reason for it is way different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, a raccoon attacked your grandfather. My dad just wanted to shoot them because they were in the garbage. Like, I think that's a hilarious, like, but we both were like, you know, that's why it was so funny because I was like, oh wow,
He
that's
still
crazy.
got the scar on his head to this day.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's crazy to me. But I care about opinions like that. Like, I that's why it's like, instead of Twitter, it's like, no, now you can talk to a live person and get a whole feel for their, you know, their story.
Yeah.
Like, because it's a lot more shit we have in common than we have apart. And that's what I've learned from it. So with Twitter in the beginning, and I was saying all that to say in the beginning with Trump, I really saw it firsthand. So I said it once before, and I was dead, and people were like, no. And I was dead serious about it. I'm telling you, he's gonna have to win again. And I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it. But I would tweet it. I tweet it all the time, but I didn't want to say it on the podcast. So I was like, that's a big commitment to say to yourself. But I really, it sounded crazy the first time. It sounded like there was no way.
Yeah.
I know people hate him at this point. The reason I knew he was going to win the first time, I was like, no, people love chaos. Because they go and they say they hate them.
I think it's a fun experiment, you know? But only 4 years.
But listen, this is the thing, though. Like, I think the first time, people really felt like that. Like, yo, this is a fun experiment. Because I said to my wife, and she was like, why do you... And my case was always like, yo, when people get behind those curtains, when you close that curtain, people don't have... Like, when we talk about shooting a raccoon versus shooting a fucking endangered species, some people are really self-destructive, bro. Like, I realize people, they get behind that curtain, and they'll be like, I hope he wins because this is going to fuck shit up. I'm telling you, it's fucked up. It's really fucked up. So... with this time, I see it again, and I'm like, yo, you have to think, though, there's also people still vouching for Trump. Like, yo, he's doing a great job. I watch the news, and I'm like, I cannot believe they even allow him to say this on television.
Yeah.
And I'm not even saying, and listen, let me tell you something. And to keep it all the way a stack, and I would never say it like on the record because I don't like to make it weird. But I actually benefited from his tax code. I was like, oh shit.
I got like an extra $40 or $30 in my check each.
But no, I mean like as far as like
period.
like I'm not technically I have an S corp, so technically I have a corporation. Obviously, I don't want to make it sound more important.
Escort.
S corp, like the tax code.
I thought you were fucking escorts.
I mean,
want
Listen,
an
if
escort.
my wife wants to call one to the house, like I'm not. No, I'm just, my wife is gonna be like, all right, motherfucker. Like, what? Nah, for real. No, for real though. But I have an S corp, so technically I file as a corporation.
Okay.
So I actually like it. Like my accountant, I'm like, what does this mean? And he was like, oh, actually, there's things we could do. Boom, boom. And I was like, oh,
Jesus.
I bet.
Yeah.
Cool. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So I technically benefited from it. Do I want whatever fucking money I saved and got? Like, do I want that to cost the world what it's costing us? No, fuck that. Take it back. I don't care. You know, I'm like, because this is and like 50-50.
Everybody's
I'm
like that.
Like,
yeah.
obviously, because I know, you know what I say. I'm comfortable saying, yeah, take it back, because I know
Yeah.
they're not gonna do it. I was like, all right, I'm good for a while, at least. I'm like, listen, they're not gonna give up. They're not gonna take any more money from me at this point. Like, it's gonna be because now Republicans are doing what they do. It's gonna be hard to reverse that. So as long as it took to get it, it's gonna take just as long to get it. So I'm like, it's like guns. I'm like, all right, cool. I know they ain't taking this back, you know. So, but I'm not. So I'm technically, it's too shitty. I'm not against him for like I don't. I'm not saying he does everything wrong. He's always bad. Because it's like, all right, cool. At least I got something. But it's like, is he doing everything else right? It's like, no. That 2% that I think is good about him is not worth the 98% of bad shit. That's mad dramatic. But like, you know, the 25% of shit that he does right.
Yeah.
That sounds mad high. I feel like he doesn't do that much shit right. Like, I feel like the tax thing is like the only good thing that ever came out of this presidency.
Yeah.
Personally, that I can.
Well, he scared the shit out of the other leaders in the world, though.
That's why I
mean,
say.
he got our fear back, you know.
No, you think
people,
so?
Yeah, I don't think people was fearing this for a long time. They were just like doing whatever the fuck they wanted, you know.
I'm glad you brought this up
because we didn't really flex our muscles for a long time, you know.
I didn't, and this is what I'm gonna. This is
shit.
why, because I know you're into politics.
Yeah.
Obama, and that's why it's annoying to hear like 19-year-old kids be like, "Yeah, Trump." Like I was like, bro, you don't even know what you're talking about. Like, how has he affected your life? He hasn't affected you. Should like stop.
Yeah.
Or like you see like a fucking guy that works at does fucking, I don't know, Stop and Shop. Like, yeah, Trump. Like, what the fuck he done? What has he done for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, what?
They just like him because he's an asshole. You know?
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean.
That's
so
why I like him, because he's an asshole. You know.
So that's why but there's really people.
I voted for Hillary though. I just want to make that clear.
I voted for. I never said I voted for Jill Stein actually.
Who?
Jill Stein, and only because she was going to legalize
the
weed.
Green Party.
Yeah, only because of her weed stance.
Yeah.
I was like, well, let's give it a shot. Because I don't,
You
and that's why.
voted for Bernie for that. Bernie would have fucking legalized it.
Well, listen, he wasn't there. If he was, if I could check whatever I
Bernie
punched.
wasn't there.
No, he wasn't on the fucking. Oh, I didn't the vote, all that other shit. No, I just vote for the president. I don't do all that crazy shit. That's crazy. Like, who does that? But and the only reason I didn't vote for Hillary is because I was just like, the shit's gonna be the same either way.
Yeah.
Right? And I forget how we got here. I forget what the point I was making, but I really know the shit's gonna be the same either way. But to see, oh no, that's what I was saying. But with but I found my the medical marijuana license too. I thought that shit was hilarious. We were looking for it last week. I was like, yo, where is that shit? I was like, I know it's around here somewhere. So that's why I don't care about smoking on camera.
The green doctors.
That's a fact. But
Look at this shit.
bunch of bullshit. That's what it is.
Looks like a high school diploma.
No, this is. That's why I say it's a fucking joke. It's a joke.
Certified pothead.
Like, this shit's a fucking joke. That's why I say this.
Cultivation.
What does it mean? It doesn't mean anything.
Cultivated.
But that's what I was saying with oh no shit. Damn, listeners. Now I started thinking about the fucking weed talk. But politics is a fucking joke. So it's weird that people actually invest in this shit. It's weird that people really get behind it. You know what I'm saying? Because like you were just saying, that's what I was asking. Do you think I thought he was making a joke to all the leaders of the world. I thought he was like, I guess what I imagine is Putin's in his office like, shit will actually work. Yeah, like look at these motherfuckers. This shit's crazy over there.
Yeah.
You know, from the shit they see. But so you think he's scared? You think he scared Kim Jong-un?
Oh fuck yeah, he did.
You think so?
Yeah, you don't remember? Like,
I don't think so at all, bro.
Kim Jong-un hasn't talked shit since Trump said, my nuclear weapon button is bigger than yours. So pipe down, Mr. Rocket
Pipe down, Mr. Rocket Man. What did he say? he was like, damn, I forget that. Oh, we're gonna bring fire and fury, like
Yeah,
all that
yeah.
other crazy shit. You think that
Like the world has never seen.
you thought that was like intimidating? I thought that shit was a joke. I really
Well,
was like,
Kim Jong Un thought it was intimidating because he's never heard the U.S. say that shit before.
and listen, and
He never said nothing.
so
to him.
Obama was like soft on them. He didn't.
He didn't
I
really-
didn't watch the news.
Any
I didn't-
threats that they made, he never responded. He never said anything. He just like treated them like they were nothing, like they were nobodies.
Okay.
Like irrelevant, basically. Like he was focused on other shit.
See,
Obama was the greatest president we ever had in the past.
come on. Don't disrespect the GOAT, my G.
Huh? Who?
Don't disrespect the GOAT.
Bill?
You not dead serious.
Who you talking about? You told me Gerald Ford.
you dead ass? I
No,
didn't.
Obama is the greatest president we've ever had in the past, maybe at least a half a century.
Oh no! I thought you were saying Bill is the GOAT. No, Obama is
No,
the GOAT.
Obama, yeah.
Okay. That's why I was like, you
Obama's
dead
the
ass?
greatest- I didn't say Bill.
I thought you were like, who? Bill? I was like, no. You kidding me?
No, fuck
So
Bill.
to me, Obama is the best. But I didn't. I guess. See, I just wonder what CNN looked like 8 years ago.
That was a president, man.
I agree. That's why I say I agree.
I remember when George Bush was president, I used to curse at the screen when he used to give his fucking State of the Union address. Talk like an idiot, worse than me. I mean, he sounded like a fucking mumbling idiot.
This is the thing, though. I right at that age,
Motherfucker.
right?
Yeah.
Like in 2001, I was in 7th grade.
Jesus.
That's why I say politics didn't affect my life. Like when I remember, like seeing. That's when I started paying. Like that's what I remember of George Bush after
He's a
9/11.
fucking moron.
Because everybody was, but I'm just saying, everybody was watching the news. Like everywhere you went, the news was on. Like now, everywhere you go, the news was on. So then that's all my memories of him. As far as my life, he didn't affect me as a president. I was fucking 12 years old. And then when Obama I was 18 for Obama. So that's when I started paying attention. I voted for Obama. As far as, you're 18, you're not watching the news at night. Like, as far as I'm concerned, he didn't really affect my life until then when I guess we voted again at 22. What are you doing at 22? I wasn't watching the news. Like, I don't know. Like, I was
shit.
I see. That's what I remember.
After 9/11, I got into politics.
I remember meeting you.
Yeah.
I probably was like 24 when I met you. How long have I known you? I'm 29.
8 years.
Dang, I was 21 when I met you. That's what I said.
Was it?
Or 20? Yeah, you're about right. No. It was
7 years.
2000. I realized
Oh, no,
how
it's
I
8
met
years,
you. I realized
2010.
how I got the job to meet you, and I had my friend James, and I had him on his podcast.
Yeah.
I thought you met him one time. You were like, yo, motherfucker, like James is.
Yeah, he was a little crazy. He was a little
See, I
amped
didn't.
up, man.
See, that's our episode was called Alt Left James because he's just hilarious. He's James, and I realized I'm like, yo, damn, that's crazy the way the world works. That I grew up with this kid,
Yeah.
so
I know that's your boy, man.
right, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
all
So
good, yeah.
no, I'm just saying. So, but he's nuts. James is crazy, and we know that. But in his own way. But he means well, so I don't. It's whatever. So, for our lifetime, shit didn't affect us. You know what I'm saying? When we got to fucking when I got to like become a man, like after the last 2 years of Obama, like I just as far like 4 years, I guess like I just knew he was the GOAT from what I saw of him. Like that's when I was becoming a man. I always saw him on TV, and I was like, wow, he carries himself so well,
Yeah,
right?
man.
And I'm not even going to compare him to Trump, but I just compare him to George Bush because that's when I was, and that's what I was saying. I grew up the YouTube generation of like 2006.
Yeah.
George Bush was funny clips. Like the shit I saw of George Bush, like when I was 18, was hilarious. It was like, yo, this is fucking crazy. Like this is hilarious. And when you're a dumbass 18-year-old kid, right? And the shit I saw with Obama was just like, as a man. But like, as far as like Trump now, that's why I look at it. I'm like, how did we get here? Like, what the fuck? And there's still people that support it. That shit is, I don't know, man. We'll see.
We get what we deserve, you know? I mean, look, we did it to ourselves.
And that's also why I think that we deserve Fergie's national anthem.
Oh my God.
That I'm going to play.
Wow. That's a national disgrace.
Listen, my man, big shout outs to the dude from Cap F Sports, the Cap F Sports podcast. He said, yo, we got to go on a Deport Fergie campaign. And I was like, you know what? You absolutely right,
she's
my
from
brother.
England, right?
No, I thought she was from here. That's why I thought it was more funny.
I think she's British, yeah. Get her ass out of here. Get the fuck out of here, bitch. Singing my national anthem like that. Dude.
Yo, wait, hold on. First, I got to go to Fergie's Wikipedia.
Disgraziata.
I got to go to Fergie's Wikipedia. Yo, see,
I'm taking it too far. You see, I'm sorry.
There you go. There you go.
Sorry.
There you go, getting us pulled down off YouTube for hate speech. Unbelievable, this guy.
I didn't mean it.
You meant
It's
it.
all a joke.
You meant it.
We love
no,
everybody.
He didn't mean it. Don't take us down. No, listen. See, that's the thing, though. You just stand. You stand on it. No.
Stand my ground. Yo,
You too. Don't let him take it from you,
motherfuckers.
Yo, that's why I said I'd love to have you on the podcast, because I always like that you're you. I don't want you to change that for the camera, because we ain't gonna get like.
God damn it.
I'm just saying, like, there's people that support Trump, like, bro. There's people that feel that way too. Like, let's not kid ourselves. Oh man, I gotta
And
see what
former
she's
methamphetamine addict.
Wait, was she?
Yeah.
Damn, you a savage. Wait, was she really? Why do you know all these weird ass facts? Like, that's weird.
I told you, my mind is a sea of useless information. Born out of my mother's ass.
Hit us with it, Fergie.
Ooh, sexy.
Oh.
Sexy.
Hold on, that's where it went south. Wait, isn't she
Is Amy Winehouse? What the fuck?
yeah, wait. Isn't she yeah, she's from California.
No.
She's from Cali.
She's from Cali?
Wait, isn't she a judge on a show?
The Voice?
This is exactly where America is. This is
She's
why
on
we
The
deserve
Voice, I
this.
think, maybe.
Oh yeah, no, this is not good. This is the first time of me listening to it full, all the way through.
Now she thinks she's Barbara Streisand.
You know what's crazy? I'm gonna tell you.
Oh my, it's like cats screeching against the wall.
Was she voted off the floor after this? She had to be voted off the floor after this, right?
She should have been lined up against the wall and shot. Not even blindfolded. Just
All
shot.
right. That's enough.
Bro, I'm sorry.
No, not you. This. I was stop.
yeah.
Hold on, wait. That's
That's
right there
fucking
where it
good.
gets good. Hold on. Damn.
Oh.
That's the most awful. If you're listening in the car, that's the most awful shit you've heard, and I
Yeah.
apologize. Deport Fergie. That was awful, but that's what we deserve. Well, I always say on this podcast, have a day you deserve. We're having a goddamn day we deserve as Americans. We should be ashamed of ourselves. But I guess, man. And I had it. I was talking to my man Harrison Forbes also, and we were on a podcast, but that never got put out. Harrison, drop that tape, man. No, for real. It got shelved. I guess, I don't know.
It's in the
And,
vault.
I gotta hang out with him too. I owe him for his birthday, but I was talking about it like 2 years ago, and that's why I said I didn't want to go on the record saying Trump was going to win again, but I said it 2 years ago, and I was completely wrong when I was like, we're going to war. I was like, it was around this time 2 years ago.
Yeah, I thought within a year
Me too.
we were gonna be in a war, yo, with somebody.
Do you think we are going to war? I feel like my ears are still ringing from Fergie. Like, yo, come on, what's up?
Want more?
One more. But
Motherfucker.
do you think we're gonna go to war? I actually don't think we're gonna go to war anymore during this presidency.
I don't think so either,
But I do feel shit is really
Yeah.
volatile. Like, I feel like it's like,
Well,
that's why I say I don't think he scared the leaders across the world. But I think I think they're really like, all right, don't fuck around. Like Kim Jong-un, that's why, and I took us off in a
I'm
tangent
not
before.
worried about him, man.
That's what I was gonna say. I took us off in a tangent before.
Yeah.
But Kim Jong-un, I don't think he intimidated Trump because he's still firing off. All right, motherfucker, I got you.
I'm like looking for shit.
Yeah, I see. I got you.
It's right here.
That goodie jar? We got the
Too high
goodie
for my
jar
own
here.
good,
Big
man.
shout out to the physicians prescribing medical marijuana for all the shit I'm going through. But you guys hear it on this
My
podcast.
back.
I got ADD. I can't concentrate.
I got post-traumatic stress.
Nah, for real though. Seriously. But Gunsmoke the Dawn is yawning over here.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not. I'm stretching. I'm
Unbelievable,
stretching.
And I
I'm
said,
a fat fuck. What do you want me to do? I gotta stretch the fucking legs. Gotta stretch my arms. I'm sorry. Go on.
yo, your shit life campaign.
Oh yeah,
People's
shit like
fucking with it.
baby.
People's fucking with it. We gotta get you. We gotta get you on Twitter. Oh, that's.
I am on.
Damn,
Twitter.
I'm glad. No, you're
on Instagram.
No, you are on Twitter, but you're not active.
Yeah.
So you're technically. If I
Some
don't see a
motherfuckers
tweet,
don't love me.
if I
No,
don't
but
see a tweet,
I want to erase everything so they're fresh though.
yeah, I think you probably if they dig up your old tweets.
Yeah, I mean it's
you're
gonna take me
jail.
years to get rid of that shit.
Yo, you
been
know what's
trying to
crazy
delete
about it?
shit.
I just unfollowed. Yo, I saw 2 dick pics on my timeline
What?
on Twitter, and I was like, nah, my G, this can't
What
happen.
the fuck?
I used to, and and that's what I was getting to before. And even though I'm taking us off in the same tangent
Yeah.
as I was, because I was gonna say that I don't think Trump intimidated, and I got sick of politics, so I was trying to move on. But we'll get back to that one day. I always like to hear people's opinion, like I said. So I'm scrolling. You know, that Safari shit happened, which I'm not talking about. I don't want to even get into. I saw that shit, and I was like I saw the tweets, what was trending, and why it was trending. And I was like, oh no, gotta stay away from that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm scrolling. I saw a dick pic. I was like, oh shit. I was like, wait, on the internet? I was like, listen, if you posted, I follow. I forget what this account is called. Like, Nature is Wild or some shit. Like I follow like fucking lion attacking a zebra. Or some
Nature's
shit.
wild though, right?
That's cool. Did you see some crazy shit like censored material? Like you gotta click the button. Cool, I get it. Shit, that I'm like, nah, my G, come on, I don't want to see that. So recently, I unfollowed everyone. I was like, I gotta start over. I was like, I used to be open to this shit, but the world is going too far. And I happened to come across your shit. We gotta get you back active. And we gotta get you an Instagram too,
Yeah.
for the sake of the show.
I'm too fat to be taking pictures, man. I don't know.
Oh
I
man,
did it to myself.
listen, man,
I could have done something with my life, you know?
you can still start.
Oh yeah?
Go down to Planet Fitness.
Don't you understand?
Whatever
Shit life,
fat
man? We're
dudes
living
do,
this shit
that's
life,
what
man.
that's what shit life dudes do. Anyone who works at Planet Fitness doesn't really want to work out. If you work out at
Yeah,
Planet
they do.
Fitness,
They love that
no,
shit.
They're
This
not.
guy- you
you're
know
not
E?
dead ass if you join.
I bet
Planet
you E is
Fitness.
still doing that shit. You know E, right, Ian?
He goes to LA Fitness,
Yeah, he works there though.
but there's a difference. Like there's Planet Fitness, people with the shit life that you pay $10 a month. At least you join. You probably go 2-3 times a year, but at least you go. That's shit life gym.
Shit life, shit.
That shit life gymming. So, you know, you can still try a little bit. You can get the ball rolling. I'm not saying I could sit here and say go 5 times a week, but
Fuck that.
I don't
They
even go
steal your
5
car
times a
over
week.
there too. They're known for stealing cars over there in the parking lot.
don't even get me started with LA Fitness. I'm banned.
It's really shit life. Oh, you're banned? You gotta do a
banned.
fist fight over there? Yo, it's my turn, man, for the weights, man.
Nah, yo, someone stole my phone out of a locker.
And you fucked the guy up?
He had a day he deserved. I didn't fuck
Oh,
him
you
up.
caught the guy?
Listen, somebody had. When I was leaving there,
Wrongfully accused.
somebody you'll get to whoever's gonna get the message. It was kind of
Whoever's
like.
around?
It was like, yo, listen. No. I knew the dude. I guess I gotta tell the story now because that sounded worse.
I fucked up.
No.
I'm sorry,
But I'm
man.
just saying, like, when I was in the, I won't go into too much detail.
Don't be
I was
drastic.
working out with my at LA Fitness.
Yeah.
No, listen. I actually, it was a fucking big deal to me, and I told her. And that's what's good about this podcast also that I told my first racist encounter. So I guess I could tell a real.
Oh, God, I gotta hear this.
Oh no, I'll get into that.
Oh.
I'll get into that after. But the LA Fitness, because that shit was. It was
Wow.
crazy. So, but I never told this story. Like, only my wife knows because she was there. Like 2 coworkers.
Yeah.
And I normally wouldn't how else would I tell this story on the podcast? But I guess whatever. For the sake of the podcast, that's what I say. For the sake of the podcast, I'll tell the story.
Yeah.
The story. I was in LA Fitness. I worked out. I was working out a lot then. Me and my wife worked out together.
Yeah.
So, because I can't go to you can't. I don't know. Like if you both work out.
Yeah.
As a marriage thing, I just do it for the sake of because I tell my wife we worked out together, right? And I was like, yo, listen, I can't work out without headphones. This is crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, I'm already working out with my wife here. I was
Yeah.
like, we gotta work together, right? So,
Yeah.
but that's the rule. That's how things were now. But then at the time, we would just go and we would talk and you know what I'm saying, she was getting her business started, so we would just we were just just going through the motions. So
Yeah.
I was at the gym with my wife, like really just talk. It was one of those days. So it wasn't like I went out. I was with Ian. I was pumped up. We was like going hard because when I work out with Ian, he's like, get these motherfuckers off me. Like that's the shit. And that shit just, he's like a fucking, it's better than listening to 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. It's weird that another human, I'm like, yo, this guy's pumped up. To play, to work out with that guy, it's like, oh shit. So, but I was not even on that bullshit. So I was on and working out with my wife, just trying to get right. And I work my wife out hard. Pause. But play. So we don't fuck around, but it was just like a weird day, like a regular day. You know what I'm saying? So I was going, put my phone in the locker, which I never do because I know niggas steal at LA Fitness. I got my shit, I'm working out with my wife, like we on the fucking, like the Stairmaster. I was just cooling, whatever. Come back down, I went in the gym for like 40 minutes. And I go to my locker, I grab my jacket, I'm walking out, and I was like, oh shit. I was like, damn, I left my phone in the car. And I was like, get to the car, start the car, and I was like, and I was like, wait a minute, was it in the locker? And I was like, oh shit. I was like, they got me.
Wow.
Because like I said, my man Ian worked there. He was a trainer.
Yeah.
I know what's up. I know what goes down at this LA Fitness. I've been working. I worked at the time. I got kicked out in 2016, January 14th, 2016. I'll never forget.
Wow, it's recent.
Oh yeah. Oh, I know that because I just tried to reapply to get back, and they were like, "Oh no,
not you."
And I was like, "What?"
Corporate knows about you.
Corporate knows about me. Like a red flag. No.
Yeah.
I got the paperwork to prove it in the car. But anyway, that happened. But so I was like, "Oh shit, they got me."
Yeah.
I go back in. I'm like, yo. I go to the locker room. Oh, and let me just say, the guy was in there. The janitor was in there cleaning.
Yeah.
At the time, he was in there cleaning, doing what he does. So I closed my locker. I saw him walk back. And that was. So I was like, oh, let me go look for him. Maybe he saw it. Maybe I dropped the shit.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, fam. Oh no, I think I went to the front desk first. Oh shit. No, I just skipped the whole shit of the story. I wish my wife was here because she would have reminded me.
Just tell me
no,
who
listen,
you killed.
I know, because I'm making the story way longer than it should be right now. But I forgot the major point of this shit and why I got to that was I came back in, I went to the front desk like, yo, I think I dropped my phone here. I went to the guy. I was like, yo, fam, I think I dropped my phone. And he was like, nah, I don't know, haven't seen it. And I was like, oh shit.
It's in my pocket.
And he was being mad weird, like,
Yeah.
but I was just like, oh, but I knew, I'm like, yo, I didn't realize what would happen at the time, but he was like, what? And I was like, oh, this is weird.
I didn't take it.
Yeah, it was mad weird. So I was like, oh, fuck. So I was like, oh, wait, no, this shit really happened. I was like, all right, let me get my wife's phone. And I hit to find my iPhone shit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, shit, it's still in LA Fitness. All right, maybe, whatever. So I'm like, because I'm being optimistic at this point.
Wait, you did the track the iPhone
I
shit?
did track my iPhone. I'm getting my phone back.
Oh shit! So it's in your pocket, motherfucker.
No, let me tell you. So,
Oh, shit.
So I get to the shit. Like, yeah, I go look around. I'm like, oh, this shit's still here. Then I'm like, wait, it's walking to the parking lot. I'm like, oh, he's walking on the side of me, and I'm like, yo, nah, it says it's here.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, word. I'm like, yo, this shit says it's, and I was like, wait a minute.
Wow.
Like, I'm like, hold on. I was like, you got a phone on you? And he's like, nah, like.
To who, the janitor?
The janitor. And he like,
Wow.
and he was like, nah. So he pulled, he had, it was the weirdest shit. He had an iPhone, right? And it was just, I didn't have a case on my shit. So it was just regular, and I didn't even, it was just a weird moment that I wasn't actually trying to violate because I was like, oh, maybe it wasn't this. Because it's just some, I didn't look at the screen for some reason. He showed it to me, like it was like he was like, nah. Like,
He did a flash on you, like,
so I was like, all right, I'm bugging. I let him go. Make a long story long. I go back to the
the prairie.
No, to the front desk. Like, yo, you see the phone? I talk to the manager. He's like, I don't know. You can call the police. And I was like, call the police? I'm like, bro, that shit don't get anything done. I go back to the dude.
Oh, he was trying to give it up, and you were like, yo, give it up.
Right. So I go back to the dude. I was like, yo, let me see that phone. He was like, yo, if you want this phone back, it's gonna cost you.
Oh.
Shit just went down right there. Boom. Like it just happened.
Wow.
Right. So, and it wasn't even it wasn't like a scuffle. It wasn't like, get off me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it just had like you know, you got what you deserve. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Oh, you fucked him up, huh?
I didn't hit him with a weight. I didn't go
Yeah.
Diddy. I didn't go
Yeah.
crazy. Like I was like, nah, you know, you gotta
two
pay.
piece too?
Bottom line, you gotta pay for that.
Yeah.
You have to pay for that.
I guess
You gotta get you have to get hands put on you.
Once
for
you
that,
said something,
honestly.
he could be like, "Yo, I found this."
No, if
man.
if he would have
Yeah.
been like, yo, bro,
I found it.
oh yo, I found it.
Yeah.
I swear I would.
Yeah.
I was not on no bullshit that day. I was next to him, like walking, and I was like, oh, he's trying to play, like, and it
Yeah.
just happened. So, long story long, like, I go to apply to LA Fitness. And they were like, "Nah, you can't come back here." I was
beat
like,
up
"I
that
didn't do
thieving
anything." Yeah. And well, let me tell you. Oh, that's why. That's what I fucked the story up. I guess because I'm high at this point. But in the 2 years since I got kicked out, there was a guy arrested for stealing like 160 something. You guys can Google it yourselves. It was a guy arrested in like New Hyde Park for stealing $162,000 worth of shit. They found Rolexes in his house, fucking stacks of iPhones, and I was like, "Damn, maybe I did have the wrong guy." Like. But I didn't. But I think maybe he just tried to get money out of me. Like I think, I don't know. I see, this is the thing. I don't know. And I explained this to them also, corporate. When I was like, wait, I'm still banned. Like I called up, like, yo, what the fuck? And I was like, look, maybe I did have the wrong guy. I don't know. But I was like, yo, it just happened how it happened. Bottom line, they were like, no, fuck off, go to Planet
You got the
Fitness,
phone
asshole.
back, right?
The crazy shit is, after the scuffle,
Yeah.
I didn't even keep my shit. I had to file an insurance claim. Like I went. It was, and that's what the crazy shit is. I got married like 3 months before that, and never back. I still got the 6S with the screen cracked.
Yeah.
This is, I had never back. You know, when I didn't clear about iCloud at the time. It was like, your phone hasn't been backed up in 86 weeks, and and that's what set me off. It was like, damn, my wedding pictures were in there. Yeah. So, and I just didn't. It just was a weird moment. That it was just a lot over a phone. But after that, because when I got home, I was like, damn, now I gotta call. They sent me a phone in 2 days. It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was just like, damn. And then when the crazy shit is, when I got my phone, I never backed up my phone. It was all there anyway.
So you assaulted the guy for nothing. You should have let him keep the phone.
No, I didn't. This is the thing. That was their case. Like, nah, so you still put hands on somebody. And I was like, no. He said to me, like, nah, you want this shit, you know that's gonna cause. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
You can't. I'm like, yo.
Basically extorted you
there. That's what I was saying. I was like, see, listen, it's about cause and effect. Yeah. I was like, if he didn't say that to me, that would have never happened.
Yeah.
Like, if he would have just been like, yo, here, bro, like, look.
Yeah.
I found it. Or if it was mine, or if it wasn't, I didn't touch the screen. Like, I never actually. Like, was like, let me try my code. I wasn't on no bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
So if he would have actually gave it to me, it was the wrong phone, I'd be like, yo, my bad, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? My bad. I didn't mean to run down on you like that.
Yeah.
I would have said my bad. But when it happened, and I explained that to them, and they were like, nah, you still did your kind of justice, and we don't do that here. I'm like, no, that motherfucker got a day he deserved. Like, but anyway, I was saying all that to say, because James, or whoever I was with, we're talking about my punching bag also. You're like the fifth person to mention it. So I am looking for a gym. I am a member of my gym here. But that shit is $89 a month, my G. Like, I'll pay for it, but that's why. I live the shit life also. And I don't work out. So I'm like, look, to pay $89 for me, a piece, for $89 for my wife, $89 for me, is like, I don't want to work out that bad. Like,
yeah. I guess.
If I Planet Fit, I mean LA Fit, I'm not going to Planet Fitness because that's beneath me.
Yeah, yeah. Wow.
But
you're not getting their sponsorship.
No, but like LA Fitness to pay $64 for me and my wife,
yeah,
I would do that. But you know, LA Fitness, man, let's work something out. Yeah, you know, man. Hey, listen, maybe I'll go to Planet Fitness with you if I get too desperate. Nothing's concrete forever. But anyway, everyone's having their day they deserve on this podcast. Gunsmoke, anything else you want to leave the people with?
Just, check out my YouTube, Gunsmoke the Dawn on YouTube. Like and subscribe my cheaply made, low quality Tupac Shakur videos that I make. And that's about it.
So you're just gonna go Tupac crazy on your YouTube?
I did like a few videos already, like mixing the songs together with the videos and shit. Like,
okay.
I make it low quality, real cheaply made.
Copy. Got you. Huh. But you make it like 90s, like you make it like if it was playing on a VHS or some shit.
Yeah, it looks like shit. Yeah.
No, see, but it's like an Instagram filter, like it's black and white. You do that on YouTube videos. That's actually a pretty cool dynamic.
Yeah. So.
All right, there you go. Go check out Gunsmoke the Dawn's YouTube. Hopefully he'll be back next week. 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
We'll work it out. But yeah, have a day you deserve. Listeners, if you're listening in the podcast app, I need you to go rate this. So make sure you search King Boe Christ or search by the podcast name I Say That to Say This. Leave a 5-star rating, I don't know, a goat emoji or something, some nice words, and hit send. I appreciate you listening. Thank you.